Welcome back to Pro Say Mike documentary. This is P. Diddy's indictment form, and I use this just for the reference of identifying a legitimate filing recording with the court. As you can see at the top, it's highlighted in blue. And so you have also highlighted in blue after the case numbers, you see the initials ALC ALC. And then it has the document number and it has the date, etc. Now, you go to the next page, and what do you have? On the next page, you have that same case number, document number, highlighted in blue. Those are links and recordings of the court. So now we go to page, just skip through to page 5. You have the document number. You have the case number with the judge assigned ALC, and when you look those initials up, it'll tell you who the judge is, and then you have document number and file date, and it tells you the page, 5. So every page has that. Now I'll show you out. Let me move right along. Here's a different case. It has nothing to do with me, but you see highlighted in blue at the top of the page, that DSC represents the initials of the judge, and the LPL represents the magistrate, and then it has the document number of that case and the date filed. Then you go to the next page, and what do you have? The recording, the same case with the same judge, the document number, and the file date. That's a recording. That's a record of the court. Now, let me move right along. Even where they created this fraudulent docket, you don't see at the Anderson versus City of Naples, you have a case number. That's a generic case number. You put that case number in, all kind of different cases will come up. But you see her name. That's a clickable link. Those add notes, tags, etc. That was created by them outside the clerk of court. So her name is clickable. But more importantly, the cause of action, when you click on those, all those things are highlighted links. And as you can see, February 22nd, February 22nd, 2023 was the last update. So that keeps me in play because conspiracy, the statute of limitation begins at the last time the crime was committed. And this is wire fraud. This is denying me access to the court, not to mention the violence I endured during the course of these years, as well as the statute of limitation begin at the known time of the last crime. And so that was just last year. And conspiracy, racketeering, it has a statute of limitation for a minimum of 5 years. So this is Pro Se Mike documentary, and I would like to just show you a few others, and you'll have the point. Now, on this one, as you can see, it's highlighted also in blue. You see? It's also highlighted in blue, but they don't have the case number. Even though it's not legit, still, everything is highlighted in blue. So those are clickable links. And this is the correct case number. But everything at the top, it's got electronic filing. Everything is electronic filings, but as you see in the previous dockets, it had a case number. And on every page, it had a case number, but here they have highlighted electronic filings, but it wasn't filed because, as you can see where it says electronic filing at the top of that page, it's not, first of all, it doesn't have the case number, it doesn't have the document number, and it's not a clickable link. But the orders of the court are highlighted. So this is a vast difference if you go back and you look at what I showed you. For the sake of time, let me move on. So now this docket is the same judge, CEH, but nothing is recorded. As I showed you in the previous ones, it have the case number, the judge, the document number, but these do not. And they are not highlighted. They are in black and white. That means they are not clickable links. It just has let's read it together. It has a website number of Fort Myers, but not the judge, not the document numbers I showed you before. I'm sure you get the picture, but let's move on. And lastly, as we see this one, there's no case number highlighted. Just has electronic case, appeal, close, but it never went to appeal. And as you see at the bottom, just has the web address. But every other case docket that I showed you had the case number, the judge's initials, the magistrate initials, the document number, the date filed, and it continued on each page, except in my case, being a pro se litigant without an attorney. The rules of the court does not change because I'm not a licensed attorney. The rules of the court remain the same. Now, if you look at the top left, date, you won't find that on any other case, no matter where you look. And then they went from the case being transferred from Judge Magnumson to unassigned judge, magistrate judge Sherry Paulson. She couldn't be a magistrate for Charlene Edwards Chapel. Charlene Edwards Honeywell, and the unassigned judge at the same time. But when you look at the 11th Circuit, they have Paul Magnumson as the judge, and we'll get to those. But this is Pro Se Mike Documentary. Thanks for watching.